See, there's only one thing that is standing in your way when you're trying to stop drinking alcohol. And this one thing makes stopping drinking harder, more difficult, and the chance of relapsing is 10 times higher. But if you can fix this one thing, I promise you, quitting alcohol will be as easy as quitting milk or quitting orange juice. If you can fix this one issue, stopping drinking will be the easiest thing you've ever done in your life. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today. So make sure to watch this video in full, because by the end of it, there will be a shift. You will start seeing alcohol in a completely different frame of mind. And very quickly, if you want to access a free video training that shows you how to control your drinking within as little as 48 hours, then go ahead and click the link in the description. You'll put in your name and email address, and then a new video will start playing that shows you a new method to take back control of your drinking quickly. It's something that I don't publish on YouTube, so the only way you can access it is clicking the link down below and putting in your details. It's the most in-depth video that I have on getting in control of your drinking fast, so definitely check that out after you finish this video. But to understand this thing that's getting in the way of you actually stopping drinking, I need to go back a little bit, where I was this close to cancelling my flight and letting down a bunch of people. So right now I'm back home, I'm in Dubai, and I've just returned from Thailand. So I went to Chiang Mai and I went to Bangkok with my girlfriend, and we had a bunch of things to do. It was about a year ago, a friend of ours got married, we couldn't make it to the wedding, and he's just built a house in Chiang Mai. And because we didn't make this wedding, I always promised that when his house is finished, we would love to come and stay. So we went there. Or my girlfriend, she's Thai, so we want to go to America this year, so she had to go and get a visa. You don't know how lucky you are with passports, right? Like I can go to America easily because I have a British passport. She had to go and do an interview, and the success rate of Thai citizens getting US visas is extremely low. Thank God she actually got the visa, so that's pretty good news. I had to sell my car, and we had to deal with Ford because I bought a car when I was living in Thailand, like 2022. We also had to see my girlfriend's family. Well, we didn't have to, but we were there to see them. I made that sound a little bit bad. And then also I had friends to see as well. So I had, I've got quite a lot of friends in Bangkok, so I had a lot of people to catch up with. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a busy trip with lots of jobs, lots of tasks. It wasn't really a vacation, but it was a trip that I knew I had to make. But because I knew there was so much stuff to do, and I knew it was going to cost a small fortune, flights, hotels, etc., and it wasn't really a vacation, there was no real reward other than seeing friends, I was very apprehensive to go. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a point where I was on the verge of cancelling the whole trip and just saying, whatever, let's try and fix the car remotely, we'll see them another time. And you will see how this is all related to the thing that I'm gonna break down that's gonna help you quit drinking. But the reason why I felt so apprehensive was because I was worrying about the future. I was thinking about all the things that could happen, all the effort that's going to be required, the multiple flights, I was just stuck in my head thinking all these different things. And it made me feel this overwhelm, this stress. And I didn't want to feel stress if I'm going on a vacation. And I was honestly this close to cancelling. But I didn't cancel because that was just a reaction to the feeling of stress. And obviously I ended up going and I had a great time. And I didn't feel stress once during the whole trip. The time I felt most stressed was when I was back in my home in Dubai, here. Do you see where I'm getting at here? See, once the driver came and picked us up and we were on the flight and, we were arriving in Bangkok and we got to the airport, got our stuff, got to the hotel, I didn't feel a single bit of stress during that entire period. The only time I felt stress was when I was thinking about doing it. But as soon as I started doing it, all that stress disappeared. See, this is the exact same feeling that people get when they think about stopping drinking. They get this feeling of fear, of stress, of overwhelm. And they think to themselves, how the hell am I going to be able to deal with life without this drug? So they do what I was going to do. They just think, you know what? Let's deal with this later. Like, we can do this another time. Let's just put it off. Put it off and put it off. But we have this fear of the future. How are we going to be able to deal with life without alcohol? But the reason why I wanted to make this video for you today and break this down for you is because I've not drank for 6 years, despite struggling for 10 years. The 10 years that I was stopping and starting drinking, I felt that fear all the time. But after not drinking for 6 years, I want to make a promise to you. I want to sit down face to face and tell you something right now that you need to hear. You have got nothing to fear. The same way that I was stressed about going on this big trip is a normal feeling. If you're feeling some kind of stress about not drinking alcohol, that's totally okay. But I want you to know that once you start putting things in motion, once you start changing your beliefs, right? Doing the first principles thinking, doing the research. Once you start progressing and doing this kind of stuff, and once you finally make the decision to stop drinking, all those feelings will melt away. And I want to tell you something important here. See, the reason why the stress disappeared as soon as I actually started traveling, because by the time the driver had picked me up, I had then made the decision. See, the problem was when I was back home, I'd paid for the flights, but I was thinking of backing out. I hadn't made that true decision despite booking the flight. I knew there was still like a way for me to get out of it. But as soon as I decided, right, we're going, we packed our bags, we're in the car, that's it, the decision's made. And my problem is that I hadn't truly decided to go until pretty much the day that we went. And this is the exact same when you're stopping drinking alcohol. We think about stopping drinking, we think about making the decision, and we put off the decision and we put it off and put it off and put it off. But I promise you one thing, once you make the decision, the true decision to say enough is enough, I'm getting rid of alcohol, I'm promising you one thing. It isn't hard, it isn't difficult, it's easy. It's as easy as brushing your teeth in the morning, as walking through a park. There's nothing hard about not drinking. The hard thing is making the decision. It's coming to the realization that I'm actually going to do this. And if you want help getting into that state of mind, then definitely check out that free video training that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, because that will show you how to get into the state of mind where it's time. But like I said, you have got nothing to fear. The life of your dreams lies on the other side of that decision.